Welcome back, everyone. You are listening to the American Gooners Podcast. I am Zach. I am joined today by my co-host, Morgan Garber. Morgan, intro episode completed. Episode 1 on tap. Are you ready?
I am ready. I have my notes here. I have my tabs up. Let's get into it.
And what kind of Gunners fans would we be if we didn't start episode 1 with Arsenal talk?
I don't even know where to go with them right now. You know, as you're starting to find out, they break your heart. They do. They get your hopes up.
If there ever was a season that was destined to be ours, this was it. Chelsea, horrible at the beginning. Getting rid of Jose Moreno. Manchester United, plateauing at 5 or 6 spot. Man City, falling apart at the end of the year. Liverpool, well, we know what Liverpool is this time. This was our year, and we started off great. We were in first for a minute. We were always near the top. Now we're 11 back. What happened, Morgan? What happened?
Making 0 moves during the transfer window.
Can you believe that?
You know what? And this goes back to what I just said. They get your hopes up and bring you down. Like you said in the intro episode, going on, to the different soccer websites and reading the transfer news and the rumors, especially Mirror, talking about Arsene Wenger and how he wants to make all these moves and has all this money and all these names lined up to come away with mediocre at best player. I mean,
El Nini's 23. We don't know what he is yet.
No.
It was only $5 million. I would spend $5 million on El Nini. I'm okay with that. Arsene Wenger actually came out and said in an interview, we're going to spend, especially in the midfield, which of course he would, because that's Arsene Wenger. He would put a midfielder at all 11 spots if he possibly could. But then
he loves his midfield players.
He does, and he signed El Nini, and I was like, okay, that's step one. That's a role player for depth. I'm okay with that. And then nothing else happened. Just the same thing happened last winter. Gabriel. Yes, we need center back help. We need center back help bad. We have 3 true center backs. Maybe Colin Chambers is a true center back. He's not doing well on the right. Maybe he's a true center back. But even then, you're talking about 4 guys, 3 of which I don't trust further than I can throw them. Mertesacker is not on the level, man. How we can't be the only ones seeing Mertesacker and his absolute garbage play.
If the whole back line, it doesn't matter what lineup they throw out there. It's like they have Peter Cech, which was probably, they got Peter Cech to come to Arsenal, and we thought we were in there with him. It was like, all right, we have our keeper because Szczesny was iffy at best. So we got Peter Cech in there. We're good. Welbeck was going to be healthy. Working with Sanchez and Walcott, and Giroud is supposed to be this, another saving grace for us.
I hate you for even saying his name.
It's just falling apart. I know you're a big Drew hater. I mean, it's our back 4, man, or 3. Whatever lineup he throws out there, he can tinker in the lineup that he wants. Gibbs can't make a pass for his life. Gabriel gets beat almost every time.
He doesn't just get beat; he's out of position all the time.
He's so far out of position. Yeah, he's so far out of position.
On crosses, he'll double up and leave somebody wide open.
Yeah. Oh, how many times do we see that happen?
How many times have we lost because of that? Watford in the FA Cup was Gabriel.
I didn't want to talk about that. That was, to come away with. To potentially come away with nothing this season. Our streak of FA Cups coming to an end to Watford, which is, I believe, the bottom of the league table.
They're 14th. I will say that about them, and we'll get into the league table in a little bit.
Well, they're 14th out of 20, so they're
it's not good.
They're the bottom part, but still, I mean, it's just. I don't know. I've been hoping. I've been telling you I want to see Walcott and Sanchez together. But it's like every time I get my wish, they don't mesh together. It's like you have to bring in Walcott off the bench for Sanchez, and Walcott brings like an extra, second breather pretty much for the whole team. He kind of brings in a spark coming off the bench. Wilbeck coming back is huge for us. Huge. I even told you as soon as you came back, I'm like, Wilbeck, thank you for being back. I think the forwards might be okay.
What?
It's their midfield. Well, okay, it's their back.
It's their back four, first of all.
Everything starts from the back. That's the first thing you learn in youth soccer. That's one thing that I teach once we start, once my daughter and the kids move up to the next age, when you start having a defense and forwards and keepers, which I play with the midfield. No other team does it, but I teach the midfield too. And that's what I teach my kids. Everything starts from the back. Starts with the keeper, starts with the defense, then you work your way forward. And the midfield controls everything. We don't have any combination that works on the back four to where we can even start anything from the back up to the front. To where time gets from the defense and it goes up to the midfielders. Who do you have? I mean,
and I think outside of Ozil, our midfield is bad too. Even Coquelin's been playing bad since he came back.
But Ozil passes way too much. Now he's a great passer, but it's like he would much rather pass every time he touches the ball versus, hey, maybe I can do a little give and go and get me a shot off. It's let me dribble down the left side, down the right side, make a man miss, and then pass it off.
And that would be great if we had a striker up front who wouldn't waste it, like Olivier Giroud.
You are such a Giroud hater.
I am, and he's got 12 goals in the EPL this year. He's got 20 in all competitions. And every time I Facebook message you, I hate him, he scores. And I get it. There's going to be Arsenal fans out there who disagree with me, and I get it. I understand. He can finish pretty damn well. He can't create on his own. And there are spells, long spells, games where he just disappears, where he has no involvement whatsoever. Our front guy cannot do that. We can't have a guy who just is not even a part of the game for 90 minutes. You can't do it.
Well, that's what we thought bringing in Sanchez was going to be. Now, last season...
He got hurt, though.
Yeah. But, I mean, even when he was healthy, he was on fire. He was one of the tops in the Premier League. But it's like this year, it's not the same guy as last season.
It's really not.
No. And now I see a rumor of Walcott leaving the team. I would be so devastated if Walcott left because Henry was my all-time favorite Arsenal player, and Walcott reminds me a lot of him.
You're gonna get backlash for that, by the way. I stay on the message boards all the time, and a lot of Gunners fans are calling for him to be gone this summer. You're very much in the minority of the Walcott fan base.
Yeah.
When last year when he was running up forward, a lot of people were cheering for him and saying how great he was. This year he's been out of form. I don't know how much of that is him or how much of that is Sanchez or Wilshere going down. We had Ramsey go down. Cazorla's out. We've had a lot of injuries in the midfield that have kind of limited what we can do. I'm not making excuses. This is not excuse time because we had the money to buy people to come in and we didn't do it. But we haven't hit Cazorla. Played great last year. We haven't had him pretty much at all. He played 9 or 10 games.
If that.
He's been out. Coquelin was injured for a long time. Wilbeck was out, so we had no true striker to replace Giroud with. Wilshere's been out again. Ramsey, again, he's one of those players who he'll have a game where you're like, oh man, I can see it. I can see the potential. I can see what Winger sees. And then he'll have 4 games where you're like, what the hell?
Right.
Why is he on the pitch?
where he has just god awful touches. When every time his foot touches the ball, it's just god awful.
Speaking of that,
you're banking on.
That brings me to the next guy, who Winger is now in love with, his new favorite guy, Alex Iwobi. He's 19 years old. He's a young player. Every time he gets past the ball, man, he's got such a hard first touch. That ball just gets away from him.
Yeah. He's a young guy. He can definitely grow.
He's got the physical traits that you want.
Yeah.
But his technical ability is not first 11 yet.
No. I'd say he's a good guy to kind of bring off the bench, kind of like what Wolcott is. You know, I keep going back to Wolcott because
he has those
every
tools.
Time I tell you, it's like every time I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, Wolcott is going to come in here and light a fire in his team and just be that spark that we need. And he comes on and he does it. But then the next game he starts and he is not he might as well. They just might as well play with 10 men because he's no factor in the game at all. But you know, we start off questioning what is wrong with Arsenal. I think we answered our own question. It starts with the back line. We have nobody. Moves up to the midfielder. We have what? Oxlade-Chamberlain has one good touch every 4 games.
And he's another one who has, again, the physical tools that you want, but does not play up to par.
Oh, he is. He's a big guy.
And he's fast.
Yeah. And Ozil, I mean, we done talked about him. He's a pure passer.
Yeah.
That's about it.
We don't have a real finisher to really help us.
Which is what Sanchez was for last year. That's why I'm so confused on we're the guy that we got for last year. We're the guy for last year. Where did he go for this year?
I think he played too much. He ended last year and went right to the Copa America, and they went all the way to the final for Chile. Mm-hmm. And then we come back and Winger gave him the summer off, but he comes back and that's just so much football to play. I think he had a hamstring injury and then he got worn out, man. And here we are, tail end of the season with 8 games left for us, and he's just nowhere to be. He's a shadow of who he was last season, without a doubt.
He was, and you are right. We rode him like that.
All
like
last
year, shiny car, like a brand new expensive shiny car. You wanna just hop in and ride around in all the time. That's how our Arsenal fans were with him.
Yeah.
Hey, let's get in our new shiny car and just drive the hell out of it.
Yeah, even my wife.
Which is what he did.
My wife, who just watches the games with me, she's not really a fan or a follower, but she likes Alexis. And last season, she'd be like, "Man, he's worn out. He's getting killed," because a lot of guys will take shots at him, try to take him down and wear him out. And he took a lot of unnecessary hits and tackles. And even she was saying by the end of last year, he just looks worn out. That's a casual fan observer, and I know we both saw it as well.
Oh yeah, he had zero help. It was get the ball to Sanchez, do what you got to do. But the thing was, he was scoring.
Yeah.
He was doing fantastic. He was either A, winning games, or B, keep us in our games.
Yeah.
So, but this year, he's kind of a shell of himself.
We answered our question with the back 4. I say we answered the question with Arsene Wenger. I think he is the biggest problem we have, man. And unfortunately, one of the owners of the team, the 30% majority owner, came out and said, we need to hold on to our biggest asset this summer, and that's Arsene Wenger. And I lost my shit when I read this. I am as anti-Arsene Wenger as they come. I did not come up as a fan with the Invincibles. I do not hold on to this idea that he is some great manager. There are people who say, well, if we lose him, it's going to be like Manchester United losing Sir Alex Ferguson. And you cannot compare the two. How many titles does Alex Ferguson have? How many UCL titles does the guy have? They're on 2 different levels. But here's my thing about Arsene Wenger fan base guys out there is that they're afraid that if we get rid of him, we know where we're going to be at right now. We're going to be top 4. We're going to be in the UCLO. We're going to make the knockout stages. Yes, we'll more than likely lose in the round of 16. Yes, we're not going to win a title, but that's comfortable. You like being at the top 4. You like being in the Champions League. If we lose Wenger, there's no guarantee of that anymore. But there's also, and I'm going to say this right now, we will never win another title with Wenger at the helm.
No, I have to agree, because if you look around at the other team, look what Chelsea did with their coach. Sacked him. Start off the season horrible.
After winning the title last year.
Yeah,
last
you
year.
win the title. Yep, Moreno, see you later. Bye, because you suck. But
It does suck.
that's where, well, I did hear a rumor the other day of him potentially making his way to the Gooner side if Arsene Wenger gets the boot.
He's going to United, man.
Would you be okay with that?
No, first of all, because yes, he's going to win games, but by year 3, he'll lose the locker room like he did at Chelsea, like he did at Inter, like he did at Real Madrid. This is his, like he did at Chelsea the first time. This is his MO. Year 1, he'll build a team and they'll be competitive. Year 2, he'll win the title. Year 3, he'll drive everybody out. That's his MO. So no, I don't want him for just year 2 in that title. I want somebody we can have for 10 to 15 years.
Yeah, that's what I kind of chuckled at that too when I first saw that. I don't see that happening. I think he'll go to Man U.
And we all hate him too much, man.
Yeah, definitely. It does start with the Wenger.
He's got to buy, man.
He's been saying it for 2 years now. 2 years, and now you got, how long have we been hearing about Toni Kroos from Real Madrid? We've been hearing about him for at least a year now. Oh, going out and bringing him in.
We've heard Toni Kroos. We've heard Cavani. We've heard who's the striker for Real Madrid? Karim Benzema.
Yeah.
He's been out there. Yep. Mats Hummels from BVB at the back 4. We've heard a lot of big names. Yep. We've got Peter Cech in the summer, which for $10 million, I would take Peter Cech for $10 million any day of the week and twice on Sunday. I thought that was a great start to the summer. I didn't know it was going to be our only signing of the summer.
It was the only thing of the summer. I was going to say the big name now is Ibrahimovic.
But he's going to go United too.
Yeah.
And again, he's 34 now, and he's playing great football. But in League One at PSG, which is the only team in League One, let's be honest. And
why would he want to leave? I don't understand why.
I don't get it either. But he's 34 now, so you get what, 2 or 3 years of good football left in him before he comes to the United States or Turkey.
Yeah, for one, I don't see Ibrahimovic leaving at all.
I think he's guaranteed to leave at this point. And I think he's going to Manchester United. Oh yeah, he'll go to United. He'll follow Mourinho to United, and they'll whoop our ass next year because Arsene Wenger will stay because the board loves him, and he won't buy anybody, and I'll have to suffer through Olivier Giroud up front again. And here's my biggest concern: Ozil being linked to Barcelona, Sanchez being linked to Vantes, and now Walcott, you're saying he's being linked elsewhere as well.
Yeah, I forget where he was linked to. I just know there was a lot of talk about him transferring out, whether it's on a loan or permanently. I forget what he was linked to, but I just know that there was a lot of talk about him leaving. There were some analysts saying that he should leave to finally meet his expectations of himself because he's not reaching his goals and his potential. So a lot of people are trying to leave. Will he leave? I don't know, but I would be devastated.
If we lose those 3, man, we're done. We're through. If we lose one of those 3, I think we're through. If you don't buy.
Oh, but Wenger will bring in plenty of midfielders.
Yeah, $5 million midfielders who are second tier at best. I'm going to give you my ideal players out for the summer, and you let me know what you think. Gabriel, out. Ospina, out. Cazorla, I like him, but he's 34, going to 35, out. Ramsey, out. Monreal, bye. Olivier Giroud, get the hell out of here. Go to Montes. I don't care if they want you. We'll take our $25 million and run. Matt Debuchy, he's been replaced by Bellerin. He got loaned out. He's not even playing for us. You might as well just sell him. Mertesacker, bye. Flamini, gone. Ox and Chambers, I want to see loaned out. Get some first-team experience. Arteta, good run, sir. Good day. And Gibbs. Those are my ideal players out for Arsenal this summer.
Which is all our midfield and defense.
Wipe the slate clean and bring in new blood.
Just bring in a whole new team. You know what? Sanchez, you're out. Walcott, you're out.
You're gone.
Just get rid of the water boys. You know, just build a new stadium. I'm saying I can't argue with them, except for Giroud.
I hate you, man.
I think we should keep Giroud. Again with Oxlade-Chamberlain, he shows signs where he can be that player that we all expect him to be. I would keep him. But everyone else, I mean, Wilshire's been here for a while. Arteta's been here for a while. Brzezinski's been here a while. Ramsey's been here a while. Cazorla, I feel like, has been here a while.
Oh, I forgot Wilshere. I'm sorry. Sell that broken player.
Yeah, he
can't even stay on the pitch, man. There are reports of City offering $35 million for him last year. We should have taken that and run, dude.
Oh, definitely. He's too injury prone now.
Yeah.
I mean, every time he steps on the field now.
So Arsenal's 11 points back. We're a game down. Leicester and Tottenham both played 31. We've played 30. We're 11 back of Leicester. We're 6 behind Tottenham. Our remaining games, Watford, who's 14th. We got West Ham, who's 5th. Crystal Palace, who's 16th. West Brom, 11th. Sunderland, 18th. Norwich, 17th. Man City, who's 4th. And Villa, who's in last place. We have a chance, very slim chance, but we can make up some ground here. I think 22 points is very optimistic. That's all wins and one draw with City being a draw. Well, we're going to have to. We're 11 back right now. We've got it. And Leicester doesn't have that hard of a schedule remaining either.
No, I mean, you just named off most of the teams are in the bottom half, about the midway through the bottom half.
Yeah.
Those are teams, if you're top 3, top 4 in this league, those are teams that you beat up on.
Yeah.
Not lose the Watford in FA Cup and plus we have beat Leicester City twice. We beat them early in the season 4-0, and then we beat them about a month ago.
Yeah.
Granted, I believe they were down to 10 men, but that was like we had a walk off free kick is pretty much what it was to win that game.
Welbeck.
But yeah, I told you.
Yeah,
Welbeck's a man. But I mean, you beat the first place team twice, but you can't make up any ground on them because then you lose the next, lose or draw the next 2, 3, 4 games.
We have some work to do.
Leicester City is winning.
If here's my thing, if we come away with this season with no titles, no trophies. And behind Tottenham is shit, by the way. If we fall behind them, Wenger's got to go, man. Got to go.
Oh, definitely. Who would ever thought that Leicester City and Tottenham would be 1 and 2?
Can you believe that?
I mean, let's be honest for a second. I mean, speaking of Leicester City, you know where they were at this time for last season?
Like 14th?
Yeah. They were in the middle pack. I believe it was about 14th or 15th. Sorry, my computer's loading here. I had it up. Now my computer's being slow. They were definitely in the middle of the pack. Actually, I believe, if I remember correctly, they were about 11 points out of relegation. Yeah, they were 14th, and they were.
Told you I know my shit. That's a perfect segue because we're going to go right into Leicester City now, and I have a question for you. Jamie Vardy, should he stay or should he go?
He's on top of the world right now. he's going to make a hell of a lot of money going somewhere else and play. I say go. Well, that's what a lot of young talented players, once they get on the rise with these lower tier teams, granted Leicester City obviously isn't a lower tier team for this year, but 2 years ago they weren't even in the Premier League. So 2 years later, he's pretty much single-handedly leads them to first place.
Well, I have Mahrez. This is my first butcher, right, by the way.
Yeah. Mahrez.
He's got 16 goals and 11 assists. So I think if you're those two guys, I mean, I'm looking at Jamie Vardy's career. He's 29 right now. He played at FC Halifax and Fleetwood Town before coming to Leicester on a $1 million transfer fee. This is going to be his last chance to really, first of all, get a big contract. Leicester will never be here again, people. For you people who think this is going to be a constant thing, Chelsea will be back. United is going to be back. City will be back. We'll be back. Tottenham, Liverpool. They will never be here again. I think he needs to jump ship. Both of them should. Get your big money deals. Go to a big club. Yeah, you'll have to find ways into the starting 11. If you stay at Leicester, you'll be the man at Leicester. But you're talking about bigger trophy chances and more money, really. Let's be honest.
Yeah. I mean, that's how the top teams in the world, the Barcelona, the Real Madrid, PSG, the Bayern Munich, especially Real Madrid and Barcelona. Look at their starting 11s, dude. Even their bench.
Their bench is better than our starters.
Yeah. I mean, the bench should be freaking Arsenal. If I was Vardy, I'm out of there. I mean,
I'm going to go to a bigger club that I'm going to
Mahrez, I'm out.
Yep. And I think a team like PSG or Vantes would be good landing spots because you don't have a lot of competition in Serie A or French League One. Maybe Atletico, but I've heard Diego Costa might go back there.
Oh, get him out of the Premier. You know what? We will save him for the next episode or later episode because he might be the most hated player in all of football. Has to be one of the most hated players.
Hey, we got to give hats off to Leicester though for being in first place, and they're more than likely going to win it. They have an easier schedule than Tottenham, and they're too far up on us, I think.
Well, I do. I was looking at him. I was looking at the lineup. I was, I watched a little bit of him. I think I figured out how they're doing this. I figured out the key to Leicester City. It's Danny Drinkwater.
Is it really?
Danny Drinkwater, the midfielder, is the key to Leicester City because his last name is Drinkwater.
You're ridiculous. I thought you were going to have stats for me, something to back it up. I was like, man, let's sign him. Let's do it. Bring him to Arsenal.
No, he just has a cool name.
He doesn't.
I just like Danny Drinkwater.
I looked at signing him on FIFA, but he's like a 75 overall, and I can't have that in my midfield. my 18-year-old is 75 overall. So,
I'm not serious. No, I do think this is Arsenal's prime year to make a run, and Leicester City comes out of nowhere with Vardy and
Mahrez.
Yeah, Mahrez. Yeah, we're gonna butcher so many names.
Yeah, just get used to it.
It is what it is. I honestly, 2 years ago they weren't even in that Premier League. They were relegated. And now we got the emergence of Jamie Vardy. You know what? He would be dumb to not leave. Why would you stay with Leicester City?
I would not. At 29, if I was 24 or 25 maybe, but at 29, this is his last chance to really – he's never been anywhere big. He's never had that big paycheck. We can equate this to a American football player signing a big free agent deal after one good year. You got to do it. You got to strike because there's no guarantees you're going to be in this position again. There is guarantees of getting that big paycheck.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It kind of reminds me of the striker for Colombia, went to Real Madrid.
Chicharito?
No, not Chicharito. Don't ever speak his name again on this podcast.
That's my bad.
Yeah, don't ever. Falcoa, the Colombia forward.
Oh,
was he Colombia? Yeah, Falco. He was with Man U, was it? And then he got signed with the big with another big name. But he was one of those players that had. No, he's not with Chelsea now, is he?
Yeah, he was at Chelsea. He was loaned out to Man U from AS Monaco. He was in Monaco.
Yes, that's where. Yep.
He was at Monaco. He got loaned to Man U. Had a terrible year, and then for some reason Chelsea picked up his loan, and he's been at Chelsea just on the bench.
Well, he had a spurt there where he was freaking. He was what Jamie Vardy is right now. He was the man,
and he's been getting paid like the man too.
Yeah.
And then he'll be stateside here soon. We'll see him in MLS. Welcome, Falcao.
Which I know you'll be happy with that.
Oh, I'm so pumped for that. So hats off to Leicester City for taking advantage of this down year, and they've been playing great. They have 3 losses. They're not playing bad football. 2 of them to us, by the way. And so they're playing great football, and they're probably going to win. But if I'm Vardy and Perez, I'm out, man. I'm cashing in while the iron's hot. So I think we both agree there.
You almost have to.
Yeah, let's move on to the EPL standings. We've kind of touched on it a little bit. Leicester's in first at 66 points. We got Tottenham second at 61. Arsenal third at 55. And Man City rounds up top 4 at 51. But West Ham United is right behind at 50. Can you believe that?
This is a crazy all-year to begin with. I mean, look at the top 2, Tottenham and Leicester City.
Yeah.
And then as you work your way down, it's, you have to go a ways to see Chelsea, and Man U is right behind them. Liverpool 9th, Chelsea 10th. I mean, it's
Everton's at 12.
Aston Villa's and deadless. Yeah.
They're dead last, and they have 16 points.
Newcastle is in the relegation zone. I mean,
here's what you might have.
It's just off year.
So every year, we relegate 3, bring up 3. The 3 are brought up. Norwich City is 2 points ahead of relegation zone. Watford is at 14th place, and Bournemouth is in 13th place. Those are the 3 we brought up this year, and all 3 are probably going to make it through. Aston Villa, who sold Benteke and sold Grealish, and brought in nothing in return, 16 points.
That's what happens when that'll be Leicester City for next year.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. And Benteke's sitting on the bench at Liverpool. That was a waste of talent. Let's bring in Benteke to Arsenal. I'd be okay with that. Bring in any of the Belgian strikers. Lukaku, Benteke, Origi. Bring in all 3. We'll Belgium up our team.
Well, according to you, we need to sell the whole team.
I'm okay with it. We do. This is not a joke, folks. It's fire sale time. It's rebuild. I want to win a title, man. I don't want to just finish in 4th or 3rd. I want to win a title, and I want to compete with Barcelona. You saw how far away we are from Barcelona.
Yeah.
They're on a different level.
Yeah, that's one thing about playing them. Granted, we did have some chances. We just, couldn't finish. No, we could not finish at all. But then mental lapses in the back cost us those games. And, starts out 1-0. The next thing you know, it's 3-0.
Yeah.
4-0. You're like, oh, crap.
Yep. And Mertesacker was in the game 1. He had the worst sliding tackle chance ever. He just, oh my gosh, he is terrible. Here's a surprise for me in the Premier League standings is Crystal Palace. Now, I told you all in the intro that I almost became a Crystal Palace fan, and I really like their team. I like Yannick Bolasie. I like Wilfried Zaha. Last year, I messaged you when they were playing Arsenal at Crystal Palace. Zaha undressed Monreal over and over again, and I was just in love with his pace, his abilities. I think he needs to work on his technical ability a little bit, but I think he's better than Oxlade-Chamberlain. I would love to bring in Zaha and Bolasie into our team. I think they both deserve better than freaking 16th place, man. I think Crystal Palace, they have a great core. I had no idea how they're struggling so bad. They're my shock of the table right now, besides the obvious ones of Leicester at top.
I think my surprise, which is obvious, I mean, I'm going to be Captain Obvious here, but to me, it's Chelsea, especially starting out at the bottom.
That's not a shock to me because we talk We talked about this during their bad run. The players did not want to play for Moreno anymore. If the players don't want to play for you, you're going to lose.
Yeah, but with the team that they have, though, I mean,
It doesn't matter if they don't want to play.
Hazard, and as much as I hate Diego Costa, he's still a top player.
He's a punk.
He is a punk. He's a
He,
dirty.
him and Luis Suarez are two examples of why I want hockey rules in soccer or football. Give me some hockey rules, man. Let me get somebody to knock him out and get him back. Give him 5 minutes for checking.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Those two are prime examples of why I want hockey rules in football.
I'll be happy once he's out of the Premier League, hopefully. But
Does Leicester finish off with the win?
finish off with the win.
Do they win the league?
Yeah, I don't see anybody catching them.
Do the bottom three right now, Sunderland, Newcastle, and Villa, all get relegated? Or do you see somebody else? I think Norwich
City is only
only
3 points out.
2.
So a win by Sunderland, lose by Norwich City, and
Well, they're a game up, too. So if Sunderland and Newcastle win, what's the goal differential? So even if Sunderland wins, they're ahead of Norwich.
mm-hmm.
Do you think Norwich goes down, or the bottom three stay bottom three?
I think Norwich will go down.
I think so, too. And I feel bad for Newcastle fans, man. What a waste.
Yeah,
What a waste.
they were one of those good history teams, like what Arsenal, Man U, Man City, Liverpool. No, the history behind those teams in the Premier League. So to see, Newcastle and Aston Villa, it's kind of a shock.
It's a shock, man. It really is. All right, let's pop into the UEFA's Champions League real quick. Let's talk about the final 8. We'll get more in depth probably next week, but we got to wrap up episode 1 here soon.
This is a joke. I just want to start out. This is a joke, though. It's a joke. The matchups are a joke. It's set up.
How
Set up.
I mean, could UEFA make it more obvious they set this up? Could they make it more? Benfica against Bayern, Wolfsburg versus Real Madrid. They're pretty much saying, get them out of here now. We don't want them in there.
Yeah.
And you have none of the top teams, really. The top 3 teams in the world. I'll even say top 4. Top 4 teams are Barcelona, Bayern, Real Madrid, and PSG. And all of them are going to make it through. Let's just be honest right now. With these matchups, Barcelona will beat Atletico, and PSG will beat Man City.
When this first came out and we talked about it, I'm like, really? Real Madrid, Wolfsburg, Bayern, Benfica? Really? I mean, and that Bayern Munich game, when they were playing
Juventus?
Who?
Juventus?
Yeah. When they came back to win that to win that game.
Yeah, they were down 2-0 at halftime.
Yeah.
4-2 aggregates.
4-2.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was freaking Juventus. They just kind of had a mental lapse.
They really
But
did.
Bayern is one of the best in the world for a reason. But then, I mean, how in the hell did Wolfsburg make it as far?
Here, you ready? If those 4 win it all, I'm already predicting the next draw. It's going to be Barcelona versus PSG and Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich.
Oh, definitely, because they would love a Barcelona Real Madrid fight.
Or a Barcelona Bayern Munich. They'll take either one. And they know Barca's going to run through freaking PSG. They don't have the depth.
They got Zoltan.
They do have, yeah.
They got the power of Zoltan.
But I'm calling it now.
Zoltan.
If those 4 go through, that is the draw. You can pen it in your calendar. It's going to happen because UEFA set this up. And it's so bloody obvious. But let's go ahead.
Who did you say? You said Barcelona and Bayern?
No, Barcelona versus PSG and Bayern versus Real Madrid.
Yeah, Real Madrid, Bayern. Yep.
Yeah. That's going to be
I
the
can see
Final Four. So I'm going to go ahead. I want you to make your picks real quick. We're going to start off with Bayern Munich versus Benfica.
Bayern, easily.
Barcelona versus Atletico.
Easily. I think Atletico will keep it close. I think a lot closer than what people expect. But if I'm not mistaken, I do believe they're not right behind, but they're in second behind Barcelona, ahead of Real Madrid. I think I would check that, but
they're 9 points down though. Real Madrid's third at 66 points. Atletico's second with 67 points.
Yeah. So I mean, right now they're currently ahead of Real Madrid, but top dog Barcelona. I'll go with Barcelona.
This is, and I'll get into this topic another time, but this is why the Liga is not the best division in the world. Goal differentials for Barcelona, 62. Goal differentials for Real Madrid, 59. Can you believe that? We'll talk about that another time, too. That's going to be a great topic. But you pick Barcelona over Atletico?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm taking Bayern over Benfica and Barcelona over Atletico, obviously. PSG, Man City. Are you going to stay England or are you going French?
French. I don't want to see City win because I would love to see them screw up UEFA's fixture they're trying to set up here. Trying to do a little bit of match fixing.
Yeah.
But it'll be PSG. They're obviously one of the top leagues. They're the top league in the French.
Well, even if City wins, they'll still match them up with freaking Barcelona. I think either winner of that's playing Barcelona.
The one thing we can pretty much bank on is, by the way, my next pick is Real Madrid, is Barcelona versus Real Madrid will not happen in the next round.
Will not.
No.
So Wolfsburg, Real Madrid, you got Madrid, right?
Yep.
Me too. It's so obvious, man. UEFA, try to hide it a little bit. Give us Atletico Benfica or something. Come on. That's terrible. They didn't even
no, the sooner they can get Benfica, Atletico, and Wolfsburg out,
the happier they're going to be because they get the big money teams then. They were pissed when Benfica and Wolfsburg got through.
Yeah. And they were praying that Barcelona killed us.
Oh, yeah.
I think they would have been happy with a Juventus in there because I believe it was last year or the year before, Barcelona and Juventus played in the final, and that was like one of the top. Like I think that was the highest rating wise, one of the highest ratings in all of football was that Juventus and Barcelona match.
Juventus is going to compete with Barcelona here soon on a world stage. They're getting there. I think they hang on to Paul Pogba this summer. I think and bring in some people. Hopefully not Sanchez, but some other people. They're going to be top of the line.
Yep.
Okay, let's go ahead and finish episode 1. We have a segment that we're going to do each week. Goal of the week, save of the week, fail of the week. Morgan Garber, what is your goal of the week?
My goal of the week is 19-year-old Michael Hedegaard. He plays in the Denmark League. I wasn't going to try to pronounce the name of his team. You can give it a shot. You can look it up, give it a shot, but I don't know. He hit this amazing volley. The ball was played in. The defense had a horrible clear, and Hedegaard pretty much trapped it off his chest and hit this about 26, 27-yard volley of rocket near the left post, just right over the keeper. It was just a sensational goal. So if you get a chance, look that one up.
We'll post our goals of the week and stuff on Facebook. Let's do that.
Yes.
We'll find clips of these and post them on our Facebook page each week.
Sounds good. What do you got, man?
I got the Australian midfielder from Celtic, Tom Rogic from Celtic. They were tied with Killie, the team they're playing against, Killie. Here we go. And
their opponents.
And from 30 yards out, man, they're tied 0-0. It's a last-minute effort. From 30 yards out, he gets the ball, kind of skips it to his left a little bit, puts it from outside. It curls all the way back into the top left of the goal, and they win on a 30-yard screamer from Celtic. Tom Rogic is my goal of the week. for Celtic, my favorite Scottish Premier League team.
You have a favorite team in every league.
I do. Okay, I didn't mention that in the intro, and I'm going to do that now. Okay, you ready? MLS, Sporting KC. England, Arsenal. Scotland, Celtic. Germany, Wolfsburg. Spain, Real Madrid. Italy, AC Milan. And French, I like Olympic Lyonnais.
You know what mine is?
Arsenal.
Arsenal. And that's it.
Arsenal is the one I follow the most, but when I'm watching other leagues, I like getting into it, and I need a team to do that. Arsenal is my team, but I do follow other teams in different leagues. Let's go to save of the week. You're the goalkeeper here. What you got, man?
My save of the week, speaking of Juventus, as we talked about earlier, Gigi Buffon. He's a great keeper. I feel like he's been playing keeper for like 6 years now. He's like fine wine. He's just getting better with his age. He's like what Jennifer Aniston is. He's just getting better with age. And he broke the Series A record for longest shutout minute-wise at 974 minutes. So he went 974 minutes without letting in a single goal. Broke the Series A record. That is just remarkable. That there are no words to describe that, especially coming from a keeper. That is something to me. That's a record that I don't think will ever get broken.
Probably not.
Not 974 minutes without letting in a goal.
By the way, he's got a great back four. Just want to put that out there for everybody. They do.
So you're saying that Peter Cech could do that if we had a good back four?
Yeah, of course. Duh. So he's your save of the week?
Yes, sir. I did have a Watford keeper, but
I looked at that one too.
But yeah, was that the Stoke City one?
Yeah,
against Stoke City. Yeah, but I had to go. I had to give Gigi some love.
I'm staying in Serie A from Sampdoria. Emiliano Viviano. There's a name for you. There was a corner kick, and it came in. It landed right in the foot of the offensive player, and Viviano started going left. The ball got deflected, went back right, and he just sticks that paw out there. It's one of those crazy saves where you're going one way, you just fling that arm out in just desperation mode, and he managed to get it. And he had another one like that later on in the game. So Emiliano Viviano from Sampdoria is my save of the week.
You did pretty good with that.
I'm nailing it, dude. I'm nailing it. Did you find a fail of the week? Because I sure did.
Yes. My fail of the week is, we might have to say, who knows, the under-21 Spain keeper, Kepa Arrizabalaga is what I'm going to call him.
Oh, man. He's supposed to be a hot topic. He's supposed to be good.
He has a fail for right now. UEFA Under-21 championship game against Croatia. His left back, I don't know what he was thinking, but he was playing the ball backwards to the keeper, and there was a Croatian forward like right there on him, and Kepa comes out and he goes to kick it, and I don't know if he was trying to do a little pullback and fake the guy out, but he completely, he caught the ball, but he kicked it right in to the freaking forward, and the forward just dribbled it in. So it was a backward pass. Kepa couldn't handle it, and Croatian forward just took it from him and just literally dribbled it right into the goal. Now that, as a keeper, you either come out hard and you get rid of that, you take the guy out, or whatever. But he had to have been 23, 24 yards out. So that's my fail of the week. Keeper Kepa Arrizabalaga.
I think he's 19 years old too, so he's hopefully has a bright future ahead of him. But it's that's not a good mark in your name.
No.
My fail of the week, dude. It doesn't even come from on-pitch play. It comes from Nigeria versus Egypt in an international friendly. They filled in 40,000 people into a
I
25,000
saw that.
seat stadium.
I
These
saw that today.
and usually you would think, oh, that's pretty cool, man. How do they do that? These idiots were sitting on top of the scoreboard and climbing light fixtures, and not the sturdy light fixtures. They look like they just set this up for the game, and they're climbing on top of these things. How dangerous is that? Considering all the stadium mishaps we've had around the world, that is by far the dumbest thing I've seen in a while. And I'm gonna post a picture of that one because my gosh, it was ridiculous. So Nigeria versus Egypt international friendly, fail of the week.
I did see that come across my Facebook, and I was like, "You have got to be kidding me!"
It's ridiculous.
But yeah, but before we get off here, 'cause I know we're wrapping about done. I just want to say, I don't know if you've seen. Apparently, ISIS had a suicide bombing at an Iraqi football game.
Yeah, I did see that.
Today, yeah. So I just want to say, thoughts and prayers out to the families and everyone out there. There's 29 confirmed deaths, and I believe up to 60 wounded. To have that happen going to a soccer game, a football game, and that's a place. It's an easy target, and I often wonder when it's going to happen here, just because so many people go to those games, especially around the country, going to a football game. That's what they have. That's their, kind of what gives them, peace of mind. So
Yeah.
for that to happen, is very sad. It's such a tragedy. So thoughts and prayers out to the families, and something's got to be done. I don't want to get into politics, but something's got to be done.
We'll leave us out of here, and you're right though. Something does have to be done, and that's cowardly. Let's keep it off the pitch. Keep it out of the stadiums. That's ridiculous. That is episode 1. We're gonna be coming out every Saturday. We obviously have some episode 2 topics already out there in our minds, fresh. We'll get the actual list out. Follow us on Facebook, the American Gooners Podcast. We're going to get a Twitter set up here soon, but we're not there yet.
Almost there.
We'll get there. Facebook right now, like us on there, and follow us on here. Download the Podbean app, and let us know what you think. Morgan, it's a great start, man. Let's keep it going.
It is. I just want to let you know, USA is now down 2-0 or 2-0.
Timmy Howard. Thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll get you next week.